Hello everyone. You're already here. This is so exciting. Sorry, John threw me off. He sent me a link to a video. He's trying to get Tyler to do basketball. She's in gymnastics. She's doing really good at it, but she has a natural skill for basketball, and he just sent me a video and said this is why she needs to do basketball, and it was a gymnast breaking both of her legs. I'm like, oh my glory, like, thanks. Why are you sending me that? I'm a mom, don't send me that stuff. Anyway, so that's where I was just like, thanks a lot. I'm about to do a live video, and now all I can like think about is taking her out of gymnastics. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that, but I want to. Hello everyone. Okay, so we're here to talk about oils. I gave everyone the heads up on Facebook, and I hope that this is good. You can see things. You're on my iPad, so there we go. I know, Sarah, I did not open that link. Like, I just looked at the title of it and the thumbnail and was like, nope, done. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I have with me the starter kit with the Desert Mist Diffuser, and I figured I'll just walk through it, show you guys what comes in it, and then you can just ask questions, and whatever you want to know about oils, this is a great chance to just ask away. If I miss something, just say it again, because the comments won't be here once this video is gone, so I won't be able to go back and answer anything. But how cool on YouTube to have comments again. This is great. Okay, so this is the premium starter kit. They just changed it last month. They took one of the oils out and replaced it, and then they added a whole new oil, which is great because it used to just have 11 and now it has 12. You get this the sleeve. I really like knowing like these are Young Living's actual farms on the pictures, which is really cool to me. Hello. Okay, so how's everybody doing? It's Monday. How was Monday? My Monday was pretty good. We got a crazy thunderstorm out of nowhere. Okay, so this is the beautiful box that comes in. You open it up like that. You get some info that comes up in this little sleeve. Just about, so this is like a mini product guide, and it talks about all the different product lines that Young Living has. It's not just an oil company. They have like a weight management line. They have personal care products, men's care, seedlings is for babies, and we are obsessed. They have animal scents, so for your pets, kid scents, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of good stuff. So you get that little guide. You get a kind of like, what would you call this? It's not a poster, but like a mini thing that goes over some of the uses for the oils that come in the kit, plus a few of the other favorites. And obviously, when you get your starter kit with our link, you get to be on our team, and we teach everybody in our Facebook group. It's like exclusive to our team. We do giveaways and incentives and just like personal education for our group, which is really fun because that's like, you don't have to know anything to start because you'll learn it all there. And you can ask questions and all the things. So that's really neat. Here is what they just upgraded. So in here, you have this thing with your oils on it. They redesigned this, which is so cool. It has Velcro on the back, so you can actually set it up like a stand. How fun is that? And then there is a trap door, but I think I pulled it out and forgot to put it back in. But you pull up that trap door, and under it you have even more goodies in here. Cool. Okay, drop a comment or like an emoji if you guys have a starter kit already and if you love Young Living. Let's see. So Eva, that's just something you learn as you go. She asked, how do you know what oils to use for what? I've had 5 years of learning and having it. Once you have the tools in your hand, it's a lot easier to use different resources. There are plenty of books, apps, our Facebook group, all the places where you can actually learn how to use them. But without them, you could try to learn everything, but you're not getting to figure out what works best for you. Everybody's body chemistry is different, so oils that I use for head tension might not work for John. He'll pick different ones. That's the cool thing about the kit is you get 2 or 3 things that cover everything. So they're very versatile. Let me just like go through my favorites pretty quickly. Peppermint. Here we go. Peppermint Vitality. And just as a heads up, because you guys will ask, I know it. I'm anticipating the question. These oils on the top with the white label, and these on the bottom. They're two different labels. These are labeled with instructions for ingestion as a dietary supplement. These are labeled for topical and aromatic use. The lemon, do I have a regular bottle of lemon? No, that's not lemon. Let's just pretend that this is, yeah, lemon. Lemon and lemon, same oil in both bottles. It's just that for FDA regulations about labeling supplements, they cannot have additional usages on them. So if something's a dietary supplement, it can only have instructions for that. So in order for Young Living to stay compliant and not break any laws, they created a Vitality line. But again, the oil in the bottle is actually the same. So Peppermint Vitality. Peppermint oil is really great for your digestive system. So it's a great one to add to a cup of tea. It's a great one to just even put a drop under your tongue after you've eaten. It is really good to smell or to diffuse in the car, especially if you're like me. I tend to drive, but if I were riding in the passenger seat, I would not do so without peppermint oil. It's also really good for like waking you up, keeping you alert. If you guys have heard that you can suck on a peppermint while you're studying and then again before you take an exam, it helps with recall. There's a reason for that. Peppermint oil. Peppermint is very, like, there's a lot of menthol. That's one of the constituents in peppermint, and menthol is very good at clearing up your airways and your sinuses and just helping you feel like you can breathe really deeply. Peppermint is really cool for that. Peppermint is one of my favorites in the spring and in the fall in North Carolina when it is all yellow. Lemon is the oil that sold me on buying a starter kit to begin with, which seems really weird, right? Lemon is sorry, let me just see. Heritage Creek Homestead, thanks so much for that. They said they're already a part of Young Living, but just wanted to send some love. Thank you. That's super sweet. So lemon is, the only thing I knew about it was that you could clean, like it purifies things really well. Think about Pine Sol with lemon in it. You know, they add that lemon for a reason. It's not just for the smell. So lemon is really high in the constituents D-limonene. You can Google that, just write it down and Google it later, because I can't exactly tell you what it does without implying that oils can cure, treat, prevent all kinds of things, illnesses. I'm not allowed to say those things, but look up D-limonene because this is full of it. Lemon is really good for supporting healthy white blood cells and your immune system. It's also really good for taking stickers off of things. If you have like a sticky label that's stuck to something, or if you get gum in your hair, or if your kids write on your walls with Sharpie, lemon helps a lot. Hey Summer, thank you so much. Okay, so lemon is the one that sold me on Young Living. That's all I knew about oils, was like, oh, I can use lemon to clean all kinds of things, and this is so great. And I can flavor my water with lemon Vitality. That was it, just for the record. Okay, so next is Thieves. Thieves is one, if you've heard of Young Living, you've probably heard of Thieves. They actually have an entire product line based around this oil. This oil it's a blend of cinnamon bark, clove, rosemary, and eucalyptus, and it is super, super good for your immune system. So if you would like to stay healthy and above that wellness line through the winter, you can put Thieves in your tea, Thieves Vitality. You can diffuse Thieves oil in your diffuser. You can add it to a roller bottle. Do I have one? Yes, of course. You can add it to a roller bottle, roll it right on your feet or up your spine. You can do it every couple hours if you need extra support. I love Thieves. It smells like Christmas, you guys. Like, imagine cinnamon and clove. Like, it smells real good. So we love Thieves around here. They have, usually I have all kinds of stuff you can see floating around my office, but they have like hand soaps, Thieves dish soap, Thieves laundry soap, Thieves dishwashing powder, Thieves bar soap, Thieves cleaner. They have so many things based around the Thieves oil because it's so good for all of those kinds of things. It's a really great cleaner. I'll get to that in a second. Okay, Citrus Fresh. Citrus Fresh is great for diffusing like the spring. It's a really crisp blend of citrus oils and spearmint, so it smells very like springy, summery. I love to diffuse it when we're spring cleaning. I also like to put it on our vacuum cleaner bag before I vacuum, or in the air filters in the house or the air filters in the car. We have a D-Bot, like a robotic vacuum, so I put some Citrus Fresh on that vacuum as well. And then also on wool dryer balls. It's just like a really good smelling oil. The Vitality oil, this one that comes in here, is labeled as a dietary supplement, so you can add it to your water for some flavor. Citrus Fresh is just, I don't know, think citrus. Like, what do you think when you think of citruses? Like, really uplifting, invigorating, kind of like wakes you up, makes you happy. That's what they're good for. Okay, Digize. I think my comments disappeared. Hang on, there we go. Okay. Digize is probably not anyone's favorite smell. It has like anise and stuff. It smells very licoricey. I almost threw up the first time I smelled it because I was like, ew, that smells so bad. But it is one of my favorite oils of all time. I will never be without it. We have some downstairs, upstairs, in my bag whenever we travel. Digize is great for everything to do with your digestive system. You can take it in a capsule. You could add it to tea. The regular Digize oil, we have the regular label for topical use. Gives you instructions on how to apply it. So we actually just roll it right over our belly button. Digize is really, really fantastic. Let me make sure John's getting Marin because she's crying. And I'm just going to send her a quick text. Because I think he will. Can you get Marin? He's upstairs with them right now. Okay, so Digize again is one of my favorites. I won't be without it. Like literally, imagine Thanksgiving Day and you just stuffed your face with more food than you should have eaten probably in like a month. Digize. 10 minutes. 10 minutes and you're gonna feel so much different. So I'm trying to like figure out ways to say these things compliantly so that I don't get in trouble for making claims I'm not supposed to make. That's just, yeah, okay. Raven essential oil is, it has like eucalyptus oils and wintergreen. It's very, like this is one I would diffuse or put on the floor of the shower when I'm taking a shower if I'm really like feeling congested and just like I can't breathe. It is great to diffuse at night if you have like a constant tickle in your throat. Raven is, I don't know, it's one of my favorite wintertime oils. It's like the must-have in the wellness kit. We don't use it all the time, but when you need it, like you want to have it. Next is Valor, which Valor is probably one of the most beloved Young Living oils. It was out of stock for like a long time, and now they've been able to keep it back in stock because they got more, what's the word I'm looking for? Dang, y'all. You know, the word just like ran away. I can't think of it. Okay, so Valor, they've been able to keep it back in stock, which is fantastic because it is amazing. First of all, it smells like heaven. This is my dad's favorite oil. Like a lot of dudes really like the smell of Valor. I just call my dad a dude, so that's funny. But it's got like spruce oils in it, so it's kind of earthy, but also kind of sweet. When you think about Valor, you think about courage and confidence, and that's like exactly how we use it. We put it in roller balls like this, again, for my kids before their first day of school, send them to school with a little Valor on. It's also really great for muscles. If you are like just aching, or if you sleep, you know, you wake up and your neck feels tight, I would just rub Valor directly on. Valor's great if you tend to clench your jaw at night or have issues with your jaw. It's a great one just to rub right along your jawline. It's also a good one to take with you to the chiropractor and have the chiropractor apply. It's been clinically shown to help hold your adjustment longer, so that's cool. I know I'm missing questions, so as soon as I'm done, I will go back through, or you can ask them again, okay? Panaway is my favorite oil as a mom, which is weird. There's so many good ones here, and I don't know how many other people would say this, But actually, yeah, Panaway is a blend of, let me tell you what's in it, wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. So fairly hot oils, but as a mom, this is my most like go-to, have an urgent need for an oil. Toddlers are clumsy. As soon as babies start walking, we're busting out the Panaway left and right, if you get what I'm saying. It's one that we definitely apply topically to our kids. I don't dilute it because the clove in it actually helps to numb and helps with that. So Panaway is really great. It's really good if you are into sports, or if your kids are into sports, or if you're into working out. It's really good for your muscles. It kind of feels like icy hot. So if you don't like that feeling, you can dilute it and help slow that absorption, and that'll kind of lessen the icy hot effect. But I personally love it. This is one I would just like rub right into my muscles. Panaway in pregnancy. Panaway was one of my most used oils during pregnancy. You definitely are empowered to do your own research and use what you're comfortable using. I personally love Panaway and didn't have any issue with it. The biggest thing to note when it comes to essential oils in pregnancy is quality. We'll get to that part. So lavender is the next oil you get in the starter kit. Lavender is the Swiss Army knife of oils. Lavender can be used for pretty much anything. It's really good for your skin. It's really good for bumps and bruises, and it's really good for sleep support, just helping you get a restful night's sleep, calming wild kiddos. What else do we use lavender for? My goodness, so many things. Lavender plants have been known to keep flies away. You can actually go on to pubmed.gov. That's a government website with published peer-reviewed medical studies, and search for lavender oil and find a ton of different things, a ton of scientifically backed things about lavender oil. It's super cool. If I was stranded on an island, this is probably the oil I would pick, just because it is so versatile. If you don't know what to use lavender. It's really soothing to skin that has been in the sun for too long. Frankincense is, frankincense was good enough for Jesus. So, if that tells you anything. Frankincense smells really earthy. It's a resin. They actually get the resin and then distill that. It comes from a tree, and it just smells like really rich, kind of earthy. It's really good for your emotional support if you have like deep-rooted emotional struggles, I guess you could say. Frankincense is really wonderful for that. You just put a drop in your hand and breathe it in. I love to put a roller on it. It's great for your skin. I would probably consider it the fountain of youth in a bottle. Just roll it right on your face, rub it in, just a drop. Rub it in. You can add it to your skincare. Love frankincense. I'm trying to think if there are other things I use it for. Sometimes if I have some head tension that just nothing else is cutting, I'll put a drop of frankincense on my finger and put it to the roof of my mouth. That's really good. Really helpful. Frankincense is another versatile one. There are some things that frankincense is good for that I can't say, but you could also go to pubmed.gov and search for frankincense and find out all of those things. It has some really amazing qualities. Big guns. We'll just say that. It's got some big guns. Okay. You guys, just if you're really confused about why I'm talking in riddles, it's because the FDA cannot regulate essential oils. They come from an organic plant. Every single harvest is different. So it's not like a medication, a pharmaceutical drug where they literally make it in a lab and can make it the exact same way every single time. So because of that, the FDA can't regulate it. So I'm not allowed to talk about oils in a way that implies that they can, be used interchangeably with medication, if that makes sense, because they're not regulated. So a lot of using oils comes with learning how to do your own research and how to kind of know where to find the answers. So I hope that explains the riddles. I'm trying to give you real practical how I use them without getting myself into hot water. Okay, so in the bottom, this currently comes in the kit. Usually you would get this little sample packet of Thieves cleaner, which you can add to a spray bottle. I don't have one. To a spray bottle with water. It's a concentrate. This would probably make at least 2 spray bottles of cleaner. We use this for every single thing in our home. It's the only cleaner you'll find under the sink. We don't use Windex or Lysol or Clorox or scrubbing bubbles or floor cleaner or granite cleaner. Like, we use Thieves for everything. Carpet cleaner, you name it. Like, this is what we use. I add it to our laundry to give our laundry a boost. We can make like a paste with baking soda to like a scrubbing paste. All the stuff. I love Thieves cleaner so much. There are plenty of videos out there showing the efficacy of it. It works just as good, if not better, than some name brand cleaners. But none of the toxins. Nothing bad for you. It actually says safe to use around every member of your family, including children and pets. Tell me right now, go grab your cleaner from under the sink or wherever you keep it and tell me if it says that on it. Because I guarantee that bottle of cleaner, unless it's Thieves, says poison control and information on when to call poison control. Not on Thieves cleaner. Love that. Thieves is okay around cats. Cats are another story. I'll get to that. Okay. You get 2 more oils. By the way, that's a lot of oils. And you're probably thinking, wow, you're still talking about oils. It's because you get so many with the starter kit now. Peace and Calming. This is one of the first oils that sold me because Elena was a toddler and had a lot of just ups and downs. And Peace and Calming every time would just knock her out. Love this oil. You also get 2 of these little roller tops. Let's see, it's a little roller bottle. You can pop it right in your Peace and Calming and roll it on your kiddo's feet or your mama feet or wherever if you want to. You could also put the tops right on Valor or Pan Away. You get 2. Or Stress Away. The last oil you get, this smells like a tropical vacation. It has lime and vanilla in it. It's really, actually, like, I'm gonna smell it right now. It's so good. You just take deep breaths. It's like literally just instantly relaxing. I just felt so much tension go. Okay, so Stress Away is a good one to keep in the car, keep in your purse, keep by your bedstand. Just keep a bottle of it everywhere, basically, especially if you're a mom. Stress Away is so good. You also will get a little thing of Thieves hand purifier. I'm obsessed with this. It smells like peppermint for about 10 seconds. Doesn't have anything bad in it. Normal hand sanitizers have a lot of ingredients that disrupt your hormones and cause cancer, and you just don't want that. Thieves hand purifier is safe, super effective. We're obsessed. Ningxia Red. This looks crazy, I know, right? Throw these in the fridge as soon as you get your kit, and then once they're cold, drink one. It is antioxidants in a little pouch. Highest amount of antioxidants in a drink that you can find anywhere. It comes from wolfberries. Wolfberry puree is in it, and essential oils that helps your blood to be as healthy as it can be in all the ways that blood can be healthy. It helps, it's really great for your eyes. It's really great for your mental clarity and cognitive function. It's great for your immune system. So in the winter months, I double up on it, especially. It's really great for energy. And I don't mean like in the way that coffee is a quick fix in energy. You drink it every day and you have this more sustained energy. That afternoon slump goes away. And I didn't notice when I first started drinking it, I didn't even notice the shift in my energy levels until I ran out. I ran out after about a month and I felt like I hit a wall. I'm like, why am I so tired? Oh my word, it's the Ningxia. I haven't been drinking it. So it's something that I would challenge you to try for a month and then let yourself run out for a few days. It'll be kind of a miserable couple of days, but you will feel the difference. Like, you will feel the difference. It's crazy. It's like your body gets used to operating at this optimal level with all those antioxidants, and then you take them away and it's like, what? You know, it's like not putting enough gas in your car. Okay, this is what's temporarily replacing the Thieves cleaner pouches right now. It's a sanitizing spray. It's really good to take with you. Spray toilets, doorknobs. You could spray it in your mouth and freshen your breath if you wanted to. It is good in airplanes to spray kind of the cabin right in front of you, the stale air. What else? I don't know. Think about sanitizing sprays you could buy at the store. And there you go. You can use your Thieves, yeah. So those are the things that come in the kit. You also get a diffuser. You get to choose between 4 different diffusers. This is the Desert Mist. I love it a lot. It comes in 3 pieces. You just fill it up, add your oil, make sure the top fits on with that notch in the right place. Top one, and you're good to go. It has a candle flicker setting, which is really pretty. It runs for 10 hours. So I have this one in my like entryway. Really like it, especially if we're gonna have company, and I'll just set the diffuser on with some of my favorite oils. So good. So you can pick that one, or this is the Dewdrop diffuser. Again, it works the same way. I have this one usually in Ev's room. I like them both. I mean, if I'm being honest, they both work great. They're both easy to clean. I think the Desert Mist might be a little prettier, probably. But those are both, they come with the kit for $165. You can upgrade the diffuser if you want to the Rainstone, which is like black clay. It's handmade. Or the Area, which is the one in my kitchen. It's like a glass dome on top. It's really pretty. It plays spa music too. It's kind of fancy. So you get to pick a diffuser. You get the 12 oils. You get the little samples. You get 24% off of anything else you want to order for life. And you get access, if you use our link, you get access to our private Facebook group where we teach you all the things that we know about oils. You can ask questions. It's kind of like a big net of friends that catch you, you know, like you just walk into this family, basically, that you can ask them questions, you can ask for prayer requests, you can ask for recommendations, you can share your testimonies and like what you're loving, all the things. Learn as much as you want, use it as much as you want. It's just there for you. A lot of support. So that's what you get when you sign up for Young Living. That's what you get in the premium starter kit. They do have other starter kit options if you're like, oh, I like the idea of oils, but I'd rather start with those slowly. You can do that. Grab a Thieves starter kit, which comes with like Thieves cleaner, Thieves hand soap, Thieves toothpaste, mouthwash, some other things, or a Ningxia Red starter kit. That's that antioxidant drink I was talking about. You can get that as a kit, and then you can order oils monthly, and you'll get the 24% off of those. Give you a frame of reference. The kit, if I, as a member, 5-year member, gold leader here, if I bought all these separately, it would cost almost $400. So it's really discounted as a starter kit. Okay. So I am going to answer whatever questions you guys have now. I think I covered the kit pretty well. Give you a good rundown of what comes in it. So we will open it up to questions and answers. I'm gonna look back and see. There's a question about cats. Is Thieves okay around cats? So the rule of thumb when it comes to animals and essential oils is A, quality. That really applies to anything, even the kids or yourself. Quality is really important. Cheap oils are just as bad for your cats as cleaners and perfumes and plug-in Glade scented warmer things and candles. All that stuff is really bad for everybody, especially your pets. Cheap oils are really bad. The other thing with cats is to leave a door open. So whatever room you're diffusing in, just leave the door open so the cat can leave if they don't like the diffuser or they don't like the oil that you're diffusing. Some cats, I have a friend whose cat actually knocked over her diffuser once. That might have been an accident, but we all know cats are pretty feisty. But my friend Becca, her cat literally lays like right next to the diffuser all the time when it's going because she loves it. Cats are really smart and they know what they like and they know what they don't like. If they don't like something, as long as they have a way to leave, like it's okay. The other thing is when it comes to like cats and ingesting oils or using oils as like supplements, just consult a veterinarian. You can also grab, let me get it and show you because that will make life easier for both of us. This is a big thing with all of my reference books, by the way, because there's that many reference books out there about oils. This bad boy is the Animal Desk reference. If you're really concerned about your animals, you can invest in this. It has, I mean, it's got like livestock, cattle, horses, birds. Birds are probably the most sensitive to oils, so I would recommend using caution when it comes to diffusing around your birds and just doing your due diligence and research with a book like this. Cats, dogs, not even as sensitive. So I'm just going to show you guys. They have like this whole, good Lord, all of these pages right here are all about cats and oils, just recommendations. Like here, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say these things. I'm probably not allowed to say them out loud. Lots of things with cats that you can actually use oils with. And this was written by veterinarians. So it's not like some random oil distributor just wrote a book and is recommending these things. Okay. Jenna asked, are the oils that are bought from places like Target that are cheap going to harm you, or do they just do nothing for you? First, if you look at the oils that are sold at Target in that dollar spot, you will notice that peppermint oil does not just say peppermint oil in the ingredients. It has a few things. It has a carrier oil. It has a preservative. I feel like it was citric acid, but I can't remember. And it has fragrance added to it. So the thing that's important to know about fragrance oils or cheap quality oils is that, yeah, they can be harmful because a lot of times they're no different than synthetic fragrances, and those are terrible for you. What happens is that they can take peppermint, they can take the peppermint plant, distill it again, distill it, the same plant material multiple times, and get this like watered down trash oil. Then they can pull out the menthol and they can actually enhance it in a laboratory, put it back in. So that peppermint smells really strong like peppermint oil. So it's got no constituents left. It's doing nothing for you physically, emotionally, whatsoever. Nothing left in that oil to give it any real therapeutic qualities. B, it's chock full of now man-made versions of those constituents. So constituents are found in plants naturally. And if you distill an oil properly, like Young Living does, they have 25 years of research on how long to, how hot to. Each plant is different. If you distill it properly, you can get all of those constituents in your oil and give it all those properties that the plant has. Or if you're a really smart scientist in a laboratory with the right tools, you can actually make peppermint oil without any peppermint plant matter at all. They can mash together pieces of other molecules and make an essential oil without that plant. It's crazy. So when you're getting cheap oils, that's what you're getting. Because if you think about it logically, they have to find land, plant the seed, water it, grow it, keep it free from, if they're saying it's organic, then they have to pay people to hand weed, do all those things, harvest it, distill it, bottle it, label it, sell it, ship it, whatever, market it. How can they do that for $3? Like, especially an oil like frankincense that comes from the Middle East. How can they sell that for $6? They can't. They can't. Not if they're doing it the right way, not if they're doing it in any way to retain those constituents. So I hope that kind of shines a little light on the difference. Sarah said Panaway smells funny to me. It's very strongly scented. Panaway smells like root beer to me. Just think root beer next time you smell it. It's the wintergreen, I think. Okay. Ellie, yeah, an oil for that would probably be clary sage if I had to guess. You can use lavender. Really, really what's made the most difference for me and my cycle and any associated discomforts would be Progestance Plus. And that's a serum that Young Living makes. It has wild yam extract, which has natural progesterone. Night and day difference when I'm using it and when I'm not. It helps with pretty much every single... It just helps me to have very smooth, instead of having 3 weeks a month of feeling one way and then 1 week of being polar opposite. It's pretty consistent across the board. I hope that helps. Okay. What do you use on your babies and kids to boost immune systems? I use Thieves, starting at whenever they need it. I would just dilute it accordingly. There's a great book. I told you I have all these things. Gentle Babies. You can find it on Amazon. It's like $12, maybe $15. It's written by Deborah Rayburn. She's a naturopathic doctor. Okay, so she has a doctorate. She is a master herbalist. She is an internationally certified aromatherapist. So not just the United States, but she's certified internationally in aromatherapy. She's written this entire guidebook for pregnancy, labor, delivery, babies, children, and how to use all kinds of oils for all kinds of things. She gives you let's see. So this would be a great tool. But Ningxia Red, for your 8-month-old, yeah, I would do just a little bit. They only need maybe a 1/4 ounce a day. That's really good. Diffusing Thieves in the house. Lemon is really great. Orange, oregano. Believe it or not, oregano is a very hot oil, so dilute that extra and apply it just to the bottoms of the feet or diffuse it. But you probably don't want your house to smell like a pizza factory. There we go. Let's see. I don't see. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to scroll back. Thank you, John. I think John showed up to save the day. My favorite oil of all time. People ask that question, and it's a really hard one to answer. I mean, if I had to say rose, obviously. Rose oil is super expensive, but you guys, it smells like heaven. I don't even like roses. I never did until I got rose oil. It's real good for your skin. It's really good for your emotions. I did a promotion for my team last year, and I gave away, where are they? I thought I had one out earlier. Oh, I gave away these little rose rollers. It's a carrier oil and then a few drops of rose oil. Let me just say that by the time I was done, I think I had to fill like 36 of them. By the time I was done filling them, I was like in a state of ecstasy, like giggly, so happy, just like I felt like I was on cloud 9. It's wild. It's wild how much your sense of smell actually helps and controls your emotion. Yeah, Claire. Okay, so rose oil, a 5 milliliter bottle, which is this guy right here, is $191. And that's because it takes 200 pounds of rose petals to make a bottle. It takes 50 roses to make 1 drop. 50 organic, like super good quality roses to make 1 drop of rose essential oil. It's crazy, right? But it does. It smells like, it smells like you're holding 200 roses in your hands. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It smells so good. Okay. Queen Nina. That's a really, I get asked that question probably more than anything at all. It's like sleep and those feelings that you're talking about with oils. There's so many. The cool thing about oils is that when you breathe them in, the molecules are really small. They penetrate the blood-brain barrier. So when you inhale them, they go to the limbic system of your brain that controls your emotions. It controls your memories. And from there, they send signals to your brain on, what to do. I'm trying to think, like, if you ever smell something that takes you back in time, that's the limbic system. You can, like, instantly picture, like, for me, if I smell this cedar wood, I'm instantly in my grandparents' basement. Their whole house smelled like that because it was made out of cedar. So that's the limbic system. So that effect that oils and your sense of smell have on your brain and your feelings is why they're so good for things like those feelings. That said, in the starter kit, my go-to now, because they just put Valor and Peace and Calming, those are the 2 oils they just put back in it. Those 2 are great. Frankincense, really good. Lavender is good. And then aside from starter kit oils, they have any citrus oil. They have a ton of blends. They have a whole collection called the Feelings Kit. It's great. Love that one. I use it on my kids. So those are really awesome. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. Life 9 probiotic also I would recommend. They say that your emotions are actually tied to your like gut and digestive health also, which is why food can have such a big effect on how you feel. So yeah, I would recommend looking into probiotic and doing all of that. It's real hot in here, by the way. I'm just saying, John, if you're watching this, could you get me some water? Okay. Let's see what else I missed. Sleep support. Yeah, so cedarwood is, for some people, it can definitely like cause intense dreams. Some people even have nightmares. Like Adeline, for her, it causes her to have night terrors when I diffuse that. But there's so many other sleep oils. One, for example, and this is actually a free oil this month. It's called Dreamcatcher. It's backwards. This smells so good. I diffuse this in all the girls' rooms right now when they're going to bed. I really love it. I was going to tell you what it has in it. But yeah, there's so many oils that are great to help you kind of get a restful night's sleep. Tranquil, lavender, even frankincense is good. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Freedom is great. They have an oil for kids called Sleepy Eyes. All kinds of things. Okay. Sorry, you guys. How much does a single oil cost? Oh lordy, that ranges very much so. So lemon, like this bottle of lemon is like $11 wholesale, the wholesale cost. They cold press it from the rinds of lemons. So if you ever squeeze a lemon peel, this is exactly what comes out of that. That's lemon oil, but they go up to, like I said, rose is super expensive because it takes so much to make it. This one's $191. You have oils like, I don't know, lavender, a big bottle of lavender, I think it's $23. And those are the wholesale costs. So that's why I said you can buy oils individually, but to get started, the kit is like hands down a steal, honestly. Anytime that I've needed a new diffuser, I just actually have bought like a second, third, fourth, I think I bought 7 or 8 starter kits total in the last 5 years because it is a really good deal on all the oils. Like I wouldn't buy them that way if it, even for me as a member, it's still the best deal. Good night, Claire. Good night. Any oils for teething babies? My favorite is Copaiba. It's super gentle. I just apply it right to their gums. For Everly, Copaiba didn't seem like it was strong enough, so I used clove. And yes, she hated it for a hot second because clove is a very spicy oil. But it acts like an analgesic and it actually numbs. A lot of dentists use clove. So within 20 seconds, like, she was relieved. And it got to the point where instead of like hating it and being really pissed that I applied it, she started to love it because it helps so much. Clove is one, it's weird. You guys want to hear a weird story? I've seen a video where a veterinarian used clove oil in the water to like temporarily paralyze a pufferfish so they could like trim its beak. Apparently you have to trim their beaks. I don't know, it's weird, it's crazy. You can look it up. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or Google it. Yeah, it was weird. But the clove oil actually like numbed the fish so that they could do that. I know that I missed a bunch of questions, so I'm going to scroll back and see. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh, pregnancy. Again, pregnancy. That book is great for pregnancy. Quality matters. For me, there is like any studies that you'll find out there, they're done with unknown quality, like for safety, for children, for pregnancy, whatever. They're typically done with who knows what kind of oil, but also with like large amounts of oil. A lot of times you're talking like an entire 5 milliliter bottle that they use to get any, sort of data from. So it's important to always kind of look deeper than the surface stuff that you see. There's sometimes the internet's just a dumb place where people write whatever they want to write and then nobody questions it or looks further. So what does frankincense do? Frankincense, I said before, but it's really great for your skin. It's really great for your emotions. Let me see. I'm going to scoop back down and see what else. So for respiratory support, there are a few oils. One called RC. There's an oil called Breathe Again, which is really great to apply topically. Raven would be great. Any of the eucalyptus oils. Kunzea, which comes from Australia. And yeah, all of those would be really great for that. I know. Can you tell? Like, I'm like burning up. It's really hot in this front room for some reason. I think the air doesn't circulate well. You might be the only guy in here. Just saying. Jenna, the oils that I use like in the car, if I have to ride in a bus or somewhere where I'm not driving, I like to use peppermint. You can also use digize, but it doesn't really smell great, so it's not my go-to. Lemon helps. But yeah, peppermint is probably my favorite. Okay, hit me with your best questions, y'all. That's my finger. Hey. Hello, hello. Anyway, so honestly, Young Living has, I don't know, it changed everything for us. We've been a member for 5 years. When we first signed up, I didn't know anything about oils. I just knew like, oh yeah, I should probably like want to kind of get rid of chemicals, and this is cool. I can DIY everything. It's going to be so much cheaper. That's all I knew. I would have never known that it would like just change the way we do everything as parents, like change the way we do everything. I mean, just the way I approach my kids' health and wellness is night and day different from before I had started using Young Living. And even like just John being able to stay at home is in large to Young Living, like largely due to my passion for sharing it. It's become something that I can do full time, and it's just been like this unexpected blessing. I never would have imagined myself teaching people about oils. If you would have asked me that, I don't know, 6 years ago, I would have laughed at you like, whatever, that's weird. But here I am, loving it. We use them for everything. Even John, he's got his own oils. He has an oil shelf in our bathroom with his own oils that he uses for his hormones and skin and digestive support and everything else. So let's see. The starter kit isn't going to be changing anytime soon, hopefully. No, I don't think so. They just changed it. They usually don't do that very often. So it should stay for a while. Let's see. Season change oils. My favorite springtime oils are not all right here, but lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Put these three in the diffuser. Oh, and copaiba. Put them in the diffuser, put them in a roller ball, and just roll it right over your sinuses. Put them in a capsule, 3 drops of each. Take it in the morning. Take it again in the afternoon if it's real bad for you. That's my go-to. Love it. Let's see. Ashley, the same oils that I would use, for riding in a car. Peppermint, aroma ease, digize, lemon. All of those are really great. Taylor, I'm so excited for you. I'm glad you're loving your oils. I'm telling you, I don't think in all the years that I've been sharing and living, I've never had anyone say like, I should have never bought this. I regret this decision. Like it's never happened. Jenna, I totally understand that. So, I mean, lavender is probably a safe bet for trying one. It really depends on what you want to use them for. I think for us, like, oils are a way of life. They're an investment into our wellness. They're something we don't use just when there's an issue that we want to address. We use them like proactively every day as a first line of defense, as a first line of support. I use them in my skincare routines. I use them when we cook a lot of times. I use them to just help with mental clarity, which is I was looking for the peppermint a minute ago because I'm a little tired. We use them for all kinds of things. Like, they go so far beyond just using them when you have a need. You always have a need. Like, your body always has a need. Oils bring balance. They're really neat. They're adaptogenic, which means that they adapt to what your body needs the same way they adapt to what a plant needs. They don't, if you look at pharmaceutical drugs and things like that, they're designed to elevate or lower certain things. Like, they do one thing in a body. Oils create homeostasis, so they bring balance back. They're not going to work in your body in that same way. Like, they're going to help level things out the way that they should be. They can actually rewrite, the constituents in oils can actually rewrite your, the data on your DNA the way it's supposed to be. It's crazy, you guys. This all is in this big old book right here, written by Dr. David Stewart. It's all about the chemistry of oils, how they work from a scientific backing. So if you're like, lady, whatever, this is snake oils, this isn't a real thing, there's your science. You are welcome to get this book on Amazon or wherever, rent it from the library, I don't care, read it, have at it, because you will find all the proof to back up everything I'm saying. It's an investment. That's the point. It's an investment into wellness. It's something that we don't do lightly. It's something that we were scraping by when we got our kit, and I never would have imagined ordering what we order now, but we use their supplements. We use Young Living shampoo and conditioner. We use Young Living makeup, or I do. We use a toothpaste, deodorant. We use laundry soap, all these things that come from them. We earn points back on it. We get free products. I probably order, I place an order, and John, we both have an account. I have my Young Living account, he has his, and we both place a 300 PV order each month, so that we get all the freebies and promos, which is usually $200 worth of oils for free, and on top of that, we get 75 points, that's $75 back on each of those orders. So you're looking at $600 worth of free stuff every single month. It's just I don't know, it's wild. There's ways to afford it if that's what you want. If you really want to overhaul your life and get rid of the things, get rid of the toxins, there are ways to definitely make it work. Even sharing and living is a way, even if you don't want to do it as a job or career or anything like that, you can get free oils, get your orders paid for yourself. That's where I started with it, and I decided to run with it further because I actually love teaching about this stuff. But let's see, what are your thoughts on Doterra? That's a good question. I get that question a lot too. I try to think of a nice way to say it. So without I don't know, I've smelled Doterra oils, I'll say that. One of my best friends used Doterra before she switched to Young Living, and so she still had some, and it's a night and day difference. Thank you. I'm not kidding at all when I say, actually, John, come here. Come here.
What?
What does Doterra smell like compared to Young Living?
Is there a right or wrong answer?
No, in your own words, what does Doterra smell like compared to Young Living? Their peppermint.
It was hard to smell it. Opening the bottle, you couldn't, I had to get down into it to really
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a difference.
Yeah,
There's a big difference. One, you can smell Young Living peppermint across the room. With Doterra's, it was really weak. I feel like they speak for themselves in that, but the integrity behind the companies is really different. Young Living was the first. They were the pioneers of essential oils the way that we know them today. Gary Young started the movement, I guess you could call it, of using oils 30 plus years ago, like it was his life's work to research. Like I said, they had the data of every single time they'd harvest and distill an oil, they would check and test and see, okay, if we distill it for 20 hours, how many constituents do we get? Okay, well, that's not good enough. If we distill it for 24, oh, we lost them all. Okay, 23, perfect time. Like, they've done the testing. Young Living owns their own farms, which is huge. No other oil company does that. That gives them the ability to control the quality every step of the way. That means that they can choose. So they don't plant any seeds in soil unless it's been free from chemicals for 50 years. To give you a frame of reference, USDA organic standard is only 3 years. It can be labeled organic, USDA organic, if the soil's been free from chemicals for 3 years. Young Living will not touch soil unless it's been free for 50. They test the water sources that they use. They test the soil multiple times throughout the entire process of each harvest. They test like the leaves as the plant's growing. They do like 30 tests on every single batch of oil. A lot of companies come in. Okay, Sunshine, you're so sweet. Thanks, appreciate that. A lot of companies will like audit. They do random audits, and so they'll randomly pull a batch of from a batch of oil and test it for purity. But Young Living tests every single one. They also send them overseas to be tested internationally. There's so many differences. I mean, there's even more about the way that the company started that you can look into on your own time. How can one guarantee pesticide-free soil? So like their farm in Ecuador, for example, was uninhabited, untouched by man before they got there. And you can test. They test the soil and they can test for pesticide residue and chemicals on it. So there's a whole lot. Like even where they get their Ningxia wolfberries from China, they source their water from above the Yellow River instead of like downstream from it. It's just a lot of intentionality, a lot of like going through extra lengths, even if it costs more, even if it takes longer, to make sure that everything's perfect. You can request different reports. Yes, I don't know exactly which like ones or how to do it because I don't think I would know how to interpret the data, if that makes sense. But I know that they're very transparent. So their farms, you can actually go to a Young Living farm and tour it anytime you want. They will let you come on and see the whole process. You can plant lavender in the lavender fields. You can be a part of the process. It's really neat. I've actually been to one was a farm, and then the other one is the reforestation project in Hawaii. And they don't farm trees, but they harvest the dead trees. It's a family that owns this land, and they're trying to reforest it. Basically, all the trees were kind of wiped out, and so they're trying to rehabilitate the forest and regrow it. And so sandalwood, it's all very interesting. I'll go into that maybe one day. But yeah, so I got to see and be a part of that, and it's really, really awesome. Amanda, there's a ton. Supporting our immune system is really important, obviously. Our go-tos are lemon, Thieves, oregano is great, orange is great. We double up on the Ningxia red. Ningxia is like amazing. I don't understand your question. I mean, they're their farms, if that makes sense. Like, they own the farms. You can actually, if you walk onto the farms, you'll see people hand weeding things because that's how they do it. They don't use like herbicides or anything like that. They actually recycle essential oils. So the other thing about Young Living is that they only actually sell and bottle and sell 30% of the oils that they distill. 70% of it gets recycled on their farm because it doesn't meet their standards, their quality standards. Where did you go? There we are. Ellie, our favorite oils for that are lavender, and copaiba. John has a first-hand experience with that, and that is actually what made him a believer in the oils. He's like, oh my gosh, they work. I mean, it was bad. And within an hour, it was back to normal. And that was just using lavender. Ah, yes, it was so cool. All right, yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice, and it's been an hour. So I'm going to go, but you guys, thanks for hanging with me. Thanks for asking questions. Again, this is something that we do every day. We educate people in our group and walk you through. So if you want to dive in, like, I encourage you, just dive head first. We're there to help you. We have a whole team of people ready to support and just help answer your questions about specific uses and all the things. And just to be there to help you along the way in this journey. You're not going to be alone. Let's see, Dutch, it is the scientific basis. Like I said earlier, you might have missed it. Here's an entire book that you can read all about the chemistry of oils. You can go to pubmed.gov and look up peer-reviewed medical studies that show the efficacy of oils. I wouldn't share something if there wasn't, if somebody could come along and prove that it wasn't real. No, that's not my personality. Like, I want to know that what I'm sharing is the truth and is correct. And so, yeah. But you are welcome to do your due diligence and researching all the things, because that's what it's about, making empowered choices for yourself, for your family. You're the gatekeeper of your home. You get to decide if chemicals come in. You get to decide how you care for your family, if it's proactively or defensively, or offensively. That's the right word. Anyway, if you want a starter kit of your own, you can grab it with our link or go to essentialcollaborative.com. John, are you still on this or no? Can you hop in and type that for me? You can grab it, choose the wholesale membership option, pick whichever diffuser you want. Whichever diffuser you want. I like the Desert Mist, but the Aria is obviously my favorite. It is an upgrade for that one. But if you can swing it, it's really nice. You can opt into Essential Rewards if you know you're going to want to order more, because you will get points back for free stuff. And then as soon as you do, we'll get to add you to our Facebook group and then teach you whatever you want to know. There's the website, essentialcollaborative.com. What do I think of our acacia essential oils? Ooh-wee, the peppermint smells like a candy cane, and it should not. That's usually a sign that they've distilled it more than one time, and that those constituents aren't true. If you buy cheap oils, you're going to get cheap oils, and usually they will not do anything to benefit you. They might just smell nice. They're also no better for your body than synthetic fragrances are, really, because you don't know. I mean, you don't know if they're adulterated, if they've been chemically manipulated in a lab. You don't know any of those things. So if I'm using something on my kids that absorbs into their bloodstream within minutes, that gets through their blood-brain barrier and goes right to their brain, I want to make sure it's as pure as it can be, that there's nothing, there's nothing that could possibly have, just tainted it, I guess is the right word. You don't want to use something that's that potent and powerful unless it's like the top quality that you can get. That's just, never a good idea. Okay. The process where you put the oil in... When you put the oil in the diffuser, it's super easy. Take your diffuser apart. There is a line, it's right here. It's like, can you see it? It's like a little notch. Fill the water up to there, not too high or it won't actually put out mist. Fill the water up to there. Add your drops. 4 to 8 is usually good. 4 to 8 drops of 1 or 2 oils, whatever you'd like. And then turn it on. Change the light setting if you want. And sit back, breathe it in, and enjoy. That's how you would diffuse oils. If you want to use them topically, aromatically, you can, like this is tangerine, really uplifting. You can put a drop, 2 drops, 1 drop, usually fine, 2 drops, fine. Your hands. It literally smells like I just peeled a tangerine, by the way. And just smell it. That's one way. I don't want to rub that on my face because citrus oils are photosensitive, But if it was another oil, like I just take it and rub it like on my neck. You can rub it, you know, on your arms, wherever. You can apply them down your spine to the bottoms of your feet, or you can add them. Tangerine would actually be a great one to add to water to give it a little bit of flavor, or LaCroix. Drink up. Do not drink oils that are not Young Living quality, please. Let's see. Sorry, you guys. There we go. The comments keep disappearing. We do have a P.O. box. It's linked in our videos. OMG, I love essential oils too. And like I said, Young Living is what I know. It's what I've known for 5 years. When I researched oils when I was first starting, I didn't research a ton until after I actually got my kit. I got a kit from a friend, and my intention was to get my kit paid for by like sharing with my mom and, you know, whoever I could get to just wanted to get that cost of the kit covered. Shortly after I started talking about them and people were actually wanting to know more and wanting to sign up, I was like, wait a minute, like what if you can just go to Whole Foods and get oils and it's the same, and I'm sitting here like, you know, whatever. My personality type does not like, I value integrity, I value honesty, I value truth, I value like all of that is just, yeah, you don't compromise on it. So I started digging because I was like, I cannot be like selling something that is not legit. Like I would feel terrible about that. So I started doing research, circled right back to Young Living. Like, heck yes, no way, would never use anything else, especially in my home with my children. Absolutely not even a thing. So I hope that kind of answers your question in a weird way. Like, no. Oils are great. Oils are fantastic for if you are living, breathing, not a human being. Dutch, your question's like really ignorant. I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah, there are people who give that kind of thing a bad reputation. But I think that if you actually look into it, the more you would learn and realize and understand is that there's no scheming involved here. For me, it's a passion teaching people about this. I think essential oils, especially because there's so much to do with quality and usage and all the things, it's important to have support, and that's what that setup provides. I also think it's a huge blessing for me and my family to be able to share this and put my time and effort into teaching people about it, you know, and have it to be our income and our source of income for us. Yes. So yes, it is a multi-level marketing company. Is it a scheme? Absolutely not. Like, again, integrity, would not pour my heart and soul into something that was scheming people. It's just not. Would never do that. I feel like you're just trolling me now, though. I'm gonna be honest. So I used oils for 5 years before I've been using oils for 5 years. My intention in sharing was initially to get my kit paid for, but I didn't teach classes, I didn't host parties, I didn't harass anyone or send emails or do any kind of selling anything. And I didn't really even talk about them until 2 years ago. So we've had our YouTube channel for 4 years, and I didn't really start even sharing about them until 2 years ago. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that I didn't start out with the intention of just selling a product to people, especially not one we believe in. I also will tell you, I would not spend $800 roughly every single month on Young Living products if I didn't hands down absolutely believe in them, because that's a huge chunk of money for us. But we use their supplements, we use all their products. Cool. Okay, sorry. It's just sometimes those questions come, like, I feel like some people ask them in a very, like, you know, derogatory way. So, Sheila, I would recommend Progescence Plus, hands down. After menopause, your body stops producing progesterone and estrogen, but Progescence Plus can help so much. It's a natural source of estrogen from wild yams. No idea on YouTube enabling comments. Sorry, I'm reading your question still. New here. So yeah, we run our own business with Young Living essential oils, or through them, and teach people about wellness, teach people about getting toxins out of their home, about using safer alternatives. There's so much. You guys don't, I didn't even talk about like that stuff, but just for everything from your makeup, your soaps, your hand soaps, your shampoos, your dish soap, your laundry detergent, especially laundry detergent. All these products have ingredients in them that cause your body harm. They're linked to cancer, they're linked to endocrine disruption, which just affects your hormones. It affects so much, it affects fertility, all kinds of things in all these products that we use on a daily basis. And our family has been on a journey for 5 years now of ditching those, replacing them with safer alternatives. Young Living is like our one-stop shop for that. It has enabled us to, we couldn't have done it without Young Living. Like, hands down, we could not have replaced all the things we replaced, because they have a rewards program where you order each month. When you order, you earn a percentage back in points. I earn 25% back on all my orders. So that would be like walking into Target for laundry detergent, dish soap, deodorant, toothpaste, and an air freshener or whatever, dropping $100 and getting 25 back, just because that's what Young Living is for us, because of the reward program that they offer. It's really cool. So we've been able to go room by room, or category by category, I guess, like our laundry and then our skincare and all the things, and just replace. Okay, toss the dryer sheets, get dryer balls and some oils, and then get the laundry detergent, and then what else? Get dish soap, get dishwashing detergent, getting Thieves cleaner to clean our home with, all those kinds of things. We've just been in a journey of finding toxins, replacing them, and then teaching other people how to do the same thing. Let's see. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to catch up. So number one oil you always have on hand and use the most. Ooh, what do we order the most of? Probably lavender. I use it in the kids' bath almost every night. We put it in the diffuser. We put in a lot of roller blends. I really like Progestins Plus. I use that every day. I really like Frankincense for my skin. What else? I think we use a lot of lime, actually. We use a lot of lime in our Ningxia Red, in our water, like LaCroix. Yeah, we use a lot of those. Let's see. What kind of toxins could people lose with the oils? Any fragrance is terrible. You can go to the EWG website and you can actually type in different ingredients and see their rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for toxicity, and it'll break down whether it's toxic to your reproductive system, or whether it causes cancer or contributes to cancer, or whatever. So you can actually go type in, look at the products you have in your home. Just start under the sink and start, in your makeup drawer, wherever it is. Anything with fragrance is bad. Triclosan is bad. SLS is terrible. SLES is terrible. Propylene glycol. There's so many. And so when you switch, Young Living doesn't use any of that. It's all plant-based, natural. They use essential oils in their products, and the best quality essential oils that you can find. It's awesome. Okay, so what would be the first thing to replace? That's really up to you. For me, it was my kids' stuff, because they're obviously the most important thing to me. So we replaced the kids' toothpaste, their shampoos and body washes, and we got them Mighty Pro and Mighty Vites, which are vitamins and a probiotic for kids that Young Living has. They can't have the Mighty Vites anymore because they have barley grass in it, and we have celiac disease in our family. but they do have the Mighty Zymes, which are an enzyme supplement that helps with digestion. It's great for my kids and their food sensitivities. So that's what I did first, and then the next for me, I think it was deodorant, because I'm a nursing mom, and so it's very important to not have toxins go in there. I replaced our shampoos and stuff, my skincare, my makeup, just one thing at a time. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Wow. And I think the trolls are coming out. So, yeah, there are lists that you can get of things that you can replace for sure, and the things that Young Living offers. You can look on their website and see some of the stuff they have, but there's tons of stuff. Sorry, how many drops do you add to each dryer ball to make your clothes smell like it enough? I mean, probably a lot. My favorite oil to use is pine, because it's a pretty inexpensive oil and I can use quite a bit. I actually find that my clothes smell more if I add the oils to the Thieves laundry soap. So I add them right to the soap and then wash them, and then they end up smelling more. Amy, there are a ton of oils for that. Panaway is great, Copaiba, Idaho Balsam Fir, Cypress, Frankincense. You can even use the Coolazole pain cream. They actually have an over-the-counter pain cream that is fantastic. One of my favorite things. My favorite blend by Young Living is probably, I really like Dreamcatcher. Like, it smells really good, diffused. I really like Valor. I'm trying to look around and see. Here's my oil. This is like my wallet slash have this with me everywhere I go. And just see what's in it. Endoflex is great for your endocrine system and just to help balance your hormones. If you have toddlers who like to tantrum, I just put over my thyroid. This is a good oil to have. I also really like Lady Sclereol. It's very good for women, especially postpartum mamas. Lady Sclereol smells like a perfume too. I really like it. Yeah, there's a lot of blends I like. I like Deep Relief. This is my go-to oil for head tension. And so I would just apply it back here on the back of my neck, wherever I need the relief from. It's good for your muscles. It's really soothing. It has like spearminty. Nope, that's the Endoflex. It has minty smell to it. So yeah, I use a ton of oils, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna, the perfume, growing the Tylers, the perfume making went well. Here's one. Look how they turned out really pretty. Perfume's super toxic, y'all. This is a DIY perfume that I made, and I'm not kidding. Like, it doesn't smell like oils in a roller. It actually smells like if you walked into the department store and to the perfume counters, it smells like real perfume. And we made a bunch of different ones. They smell so good. They smell like $80 perfumes. Lady Sclereol is the oil that I was talking about. It has clary sage in it, geranium, vetiver, orange, bergamot, ylang-ylang, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, sage, jasmine, Idaho blue spruce, spearmint, and hinoki. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, clary sage. Oh, coriander also. Lots of oils. Did John type it wrong? Hey, John. Sorry, I wish I could do this. It's not letting me type anything, of course. You can just send me a message or find us on Facebook or Instagram, but it's essentialcollaborative.com is the website. Okay, I'm gonna go check and just make sure I didn't miss anything. My kids' favorite oils. Elena really likes, there's an oil blend called Grounding, and that helps her a ton with her emotions. They like Peace and Calming a lot. They also like Joy a lot. Yeah, that's like their favorite smells probably, but they really like Owie oil. There's a whole line for kids that are pre-diluted that are really good. Jill, I would recommend the Reconnect collection. Really, really good for your brain. All right, I am going to try to get out of here. I need to get some sleep, but I love you guys. This has been fun. I'm probably going to do this again. People are sending me messages and I just can't reply to them all, so it's a lot easier to pop on a live and just like kind of chat and get questions answered. For me, it's easier for my brain than to sit down and try to respond to like 50 messages every day. But thank you guys so much. And if you need anything, you can shoot us a message. I've been trying to chip away at them. If you have anything urgent or you need help walking through the sign-up process, I have a few friends that help me make sure I stay on top of things like that. But we have some videos that we're going to work on for this week. We're really excited. And if you're not already following us on Facebook, go over there because we have a group for you guys called the Murray Family, and it's just like a community group where we can just be friends there. Tristy, there's a ton of reasons I chose Young Living over Doterra. Basically, Young Living was first. They do it better than anybody. Their integrity is unmatched for sure. There's some shady things in the beginning of Doterra's. They're like the company in the beginning of Doterra that it doesn't sit well with me, but you can read up on that on your own. But yeah, no, I would never, after the research that I've done, I've never, in 5 years of using oils, I've never come across anything that has swayed me away from Young Living. It's unmatched. They're unmatched. Okay. Love you guys so much. I'm going to go now. John's doing the dishes, so that's really awesome. I'm going to go give him a high five. Good night. I don't know how to